So let's go into your reading here. First of all, we do have the Ace of Wands as well as the Five of Cups. Now, the Ace of Wands indicates a situation that is sparking new passion, new projects, okay? Um, Let me turn the screen up and see if I can get this a little bit brighter. Okay, so this Ace of Wands indicates new passion and new excitement, new forms of stability even happening in your own life, okay? And this is a very, very good card because as the fire sign, as the suit of wands, this is basically you're getting a starting point. You're getting a do-over. It's linked up here with the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups indicates a situation that deals with regrets, sadness, and dealing with a little bit of shame, guilt as well. And knowing that something from your past has come to an end, there's no way to salvage it, and you're going to have to forge ahead. And I feel like both of these energies indicate to me that you're starting something new, mainly because the old thing was not working. You've left it behind, but there's always that lingering sense of, what if I had done things differently? What if I had chosen the wrong path? So you're still starting out on a brand new journey, on a little bit of a shaky footing. It has a lot of potential, and you know that this new journey is going to be very good for you. But at the same time, I feel like there has to be something that that you were very much emotionally invested in that came to an end. So as a result, you're not really having a choice here. This is kind of like the universe pushing you forward for a little bit more stability in your own life and for new energies to come through for you. Overall, it is a very, very good card. It indicates like execution. It indicates like you pushing things forward, mainly because you have the drive and the ambition. And you might have started something in the past. It didn't exactly work out. So there's a lot of hesitation, a lot of fear associated with this new venture, but it's going to be very, very positive for you, okay? What I'm also feeling is a lot of you might initiate some type of new travel plans, might be discussing this with another person, but I feel more than anything, starting on a brand new, even like I'm feeling strongly a new love relationship that has recently come in for you. I feel a lot of you might be in a situation where you meet someone that you are very physically attracted to, but there's still that sense of, mourning for the past. So be careful about rebound relationships, okay? It's not fair for the other person. But as consenting adults, you might want to lay it out on the line and let them know what they're getting themselves into. So I feel a little bit of that. It's kind of like it looks very positive to me, but it feels like that you're not 100% certain, but it's still getting you very excited, very fired up, and very prepared to do something, okay? Let's go through the rest of this cluster here. The second two cards here is the Fool and the Princess of Wands. So you're starting brand new journeys. So the Fool indicates new opportunities that are emerging in our lives where we can forge a new path for ourselves or do things a little bit differently. This is like, hitting that reset button in your life and clearing out the clutter, clearing out the baggage so that you can, neatly compartmentalize, wrap up your life in a little duffel bag and just be on your way to a new beginning. It is a very, very positive card. I definitely feel a lot of you are trepidatious about going off on this brand new path because I feel like something about it reminds you of something that has happened before. And on the one hand, you're very passionate about it, but on the other hand, it's sort of like even though it harkens back to a period, like an earlier time period, possibly sometime in March or April, you're still a little bit trepidatious. And I feel like, no two experiences are the same. So don't take the previous framework into this new venture because I do sense that you're going to have to relinquish control a little bit, let the situation unfold naturally, rather than trying to direct it, okay? Because it seems to me like this is something brand new. It's not going to be, it hasn't been done before, and it's not going to be like anything that was there before. It's linked up here with the Page of Wands. And this is the Princess of Wands in this deck, but it's the Page of Wands in the traditional deck. The Page of Wands usually indicates some type of news, some type of new communication that is coming through for you regarding projects, regarding new beginnings. A lot of you might be dealing with a person who is slightly younger than you, possibly for some of you, a child. Like I'm feeling like some people who are parents, your children might be going off to school, might be going off to college, and I feel like someone is coming through and they're asking you for advice, possibly a younger person. And they see you as someone who is in a position of authority, but this is whatever they're asking you about. I feel like you don't have all the expertise in that field. So you're going to have to do a little bit of research. You're going to have to do a little bit of digging because they're going to shoot like a lot of questions at you. And they seem to me to be a little bit like, short attention span, a little bit ADD, like attention deficit. And easily bored. So I feel like you're going to have to find creative ways to entertain them. If you are working in a capacity where you deal with a lot of children, be very, very careful about, not jumping the gun, making assumptions. So I do feel that, overall, this is what this combination means, because the page energy is a very young, rambunctious type of energy where they're looking for all the information, but they might lack the discipline in having to do the groundwork in order to secure knowledge, in order to I guess like even absorb new information and new knowledge. Okay. But overall, the combination looks very, very good. So I definitely feel a lot of you are coming through with a new path, with a new sense of purpose, with new passion, new opportunities. And that's quite interesting coming through for this month, but I'm really happy to see this combination for you. Already the Ace of Wands, new project, this Princess of Wands, new project that you are embracing on a very, passionate soul level. And I feel like a lot of you are starting on new things that is like right up your alley. It's something that you're really, really happy with. And you're I feel a lot of like bubbling energy where you're like, very optimistic and happy about it. Okay. What's coming through as well? We have the Three of Pentacles as well as the Ten of Wands. So this combination is work, finance related. So right off the bat, the Three of Pentacles indicates a collaborative type of a situation where you are going to have to prioritize cooperation. You're going to have to work under the mandates of somebody else, possibly for some of you. I do feel that you're going to be put in an environment where you're dealing with a lot of people for this month, okay? Everyone has their own sets of knowledge and they're coming to the table, and there's going to be this, I feel like a round table where everyone is like giving their best practices, sharing information and disseminating information. But overall, it is a very, very collaborative type of group setting. Now, being a fire sign and also, the first sign out of the zodiac, you are a very, very independent person. And I feel for many of you, you enjoy working alone. You enjoy, collaboration every once in a while. But if you have to work under the mandates of somebody else, I feel that most of you are not completely happy. And what I'm also feeling is you have a very, very strong individualistic streak about you. And a lot of you as well are in a position where you feel that, someone has to prove themselves to you. It seems almost as if someone has to prove themselves to you for you to respect them. So that means, they have to like know what they're talking about. They have to make sense. They have to like present themselves in a way where their sense of authority and, they can't be dictatorial. They have to explain themselves in a way that is convincing and persuasive in order for you to trust their expertise, in order for you to respect them. For some of you, this is going to be the main challenge for this month, collaborating with another person, taking into account their viewpoints and doing so in a manner that gives them, that benefit of the doubt, but also shows them that you are a team player, that you're, receptive. A lot of you are very good leaders because you're highly creative. But I feel like the energy for this month is more about collaboration. For those of you who are in a working environment where you're gonna have to you have to do some type of training, you have to do some type of collaborative work where you are expanding your work area, such as finding new clients, charting new territory. I feel a lot of you, if you're working canvassing, I don't know if you do anything with city planning. I feel canvassing, doing going door to door, asking people for information based on their household. I do see a lot of city canvassers, city planners and things like that. So that's coming through. So I see a lot of going door to door, trying to ask people what their views are and things like that. Okay, it's a really fun environment, but it can be a little bit physically taxing here with the Ten of Wands. If you are in an environment where you are working under the mandates of somebody, I feel like one of the dangers coming through is that the other person, your supervisor, might be giving you the brunt of the work, okay? I feel like they trust your expertise, they trust your skills, they trust your capabilities, and they know that you deliver on your promises. So it seems like it's not fair though, because I feel like you're going to be handed a lot of the work, okay? So I do feel that, this is like the moving card, but it's also the bringing work home, bringing all these things that are considered burdens back to your lair, back to your, uh, refuge, the place of refuge. So I do see a lot of bringing work home. A lot of you might also be, I feel like, working in a donation capacity where you are bringing either food, amenities, resources. I feel like emergency disaster relief people come to mind too if you're in that profession. I definitely feel like you're working in a very fast-paced environment. You have to coordinate logistics with other people. You might be behind the scenes directing people, telling people where to go, what to bring, and at what physical location they're supposed to be. So there's a lot of operational support. So if you're starting a new job and you're doing anything related to the things I mentioned, such as city planning, such as doing some type of dispatch, logistical support, make sure that you're guiding people. Make sure that you do the preliminary research, so you're guiding people in the right direction and you're finding the most efficient way to do this. Okay, so very, very good combination, but it basically means there's a lot of work. There's almost like, if you're starting something new, of course, in a new work environment, there's always going to be a high learning curve, right? So that means, really taking work home, trying to study. I feel like you're going to have to bring some procedures, manuals, scrolls, paperwork, or something like that. And you're going to have to thumb through it, or at least, I feel like rummage through it so that you can absorb information that will really benefit you in the work front. If you're starting a new job, bring some manuals home and try to, study it. And I feel that if you're trying to make a good impression, throwing something out from the manual would be really, really good for you in a group setting. So just an FYI, okay? So it looks like it's going to be quite a busy month, Aries. So, keep yourself grounded and keep yourself prepared for all this, okay? I see a lot of movement. So if you've been in a sedentary work environment, you might be more active. You might be bouncing around to different offices, collecting signatures and directing people where to go, what to do, how to do something, and you're providing logistical support, okay? That's also, if you're looking for a career track and you're just out there, trying to figure things out, look into, look into people who provide logistical or operational support behind the scenes for either disaster relief or some type of dispatch service, okay? I feel that that's a job that you're really going to excel in, and it's going to make you very, very happy, all right? Now, the last combination here is the Empress and the Princess of Pentacles. So the Empress and the Page of Pentacles. Let me talk about this situation here first. For some of you, I feel like there are going to be some concerns when it comes to family members, okay? Mothers, fathers, something like that. And they're going to need your help in some capacity. I don't feel well, actually, for some of you, it might be financial help here because, the Page of Pentacles indicates like a younger person giving money to an older person. Others of you, you might be in a situation where you are starting something new, possibly going off to college, and you're going to have to ask for some financial assistance from parents. But I do feel that, parents, mother, fathers, figuring very, very prominently in this, for their energy is very dominant this month. And what I'm also feeling is that there's going to be some financial assistance from you to them or from them to you. There's also going to be some help from you to them or them to you. So you might be helping them out on a practical level, such as, doing the dishes, helping them sort out some paperwork. A lot of the time too, the younger generation tends to be a little bit more technologically savvy, and everything is automated and online now, so you might be called upon to help them with something like that. I feel like it's important paperwork that they need to file, but they don't know how to do it. So you're gonna spend a lot of time, I feel, helping out other people. Especially in the family household unit, and especially pertaining to mom and dad. What I'm also feeling is there might be some health issues related to the parents that you're catching wind of. You're showing them how to do things on a practical level in order to manage health issues. So, for example, if somebody is like, has arthritis, you might find ways to, enroll them in physical therapy, or you might consult somebody in order to get them some help associated with that. So, for example, if your mother or father is suffering from joint pains, you might see a physical therapist, or you might show them, physical activities such as like, I don't know, Tai Chi comes to mind. And, some type of exercises that they're doing, acupressure, acupuncture, some things like that, that they can do to alleviate the symptoms. So I do see some health concerns coming through, and you're giving them, practical means to help them through it. And I do see a lot of you are preparing. I do see physically preparing food for parents, or showing them how to prepare certain foods, such as, finding ways to quicken the food prep process. Meal prep comes to mind, as well as juicing come to mind. So you're showing them how to do these things because it's going to benefit their health in the long run. A lot of you are the Empress also is a very, very, a card that indicates with fertility. So children and mothers are going to figure prominently for this month, okay? Your own children or children in your environment, I see you cooking for them. I see you taking care of another person as if they were your child and you want the best for them. So I see you showing them, tutoring them, showing them how to do something, showing them how to do homework, teaching them, walking. I see a lot of hand holding, showing them the proper way to do things. So your energy is very, very well regarded this month. I see you giving a lot of advice, and I see you like coaching. I see you like, taking them by the arms and leading the way. So it's really, really positive energy. This combination overall, fertility is very high for this month if you're not expecting. I do sense that you want to be careful. Once again, it goes without saying. But overall, there's some very, very strong protection here, that there's strong energy of protection coming through from the other side, where they're going to be able to smooth out your financial situation, okay? They're going to bring in clients for you if you're working in a client base. So money is trickling in. The money situation is very stable. And, it's understandable. I feel like you're inundated with a lot of work, okay? So work-life balance, I do see some of you are going to start incorporating meal prep into your routine, mainly because you might not have the time to cook every day. So that's the better way to go, okay? Now, in terms of your advice, let's talk about this situation here. We do have the Judgment card. So you've got, let me see, pretty much 3 cards that indicate new beginning. Ace of Wands, Princess of Wands, as well as the Judgment card. Let's talk about this as a new beginning, okay? You're starting a new phase in your life, and I feel that relationships are going to start to smooth out. And the main thing is, don't jump the gun. Just, be the active listening ear to another person, okay? And I do feel that there's going to be a lot of blessings coming your way through family, through friends, and through people around you, and they're going to come in through very, very positive ways, okay? So this is positive communication, positive news regarding money, finances, collaborative efforts that's going to allow you others to see you as a very competent worker. And I feel like a lot of good karma is being, it's like karma, good karma that has been accumulated in the past. They are rolling out and they're paving the way for you. So a lot of good things are coming through for this month. I do see a lot of blessings. The Judgment card also indicates, communication, um, reciprocal communication coming through from you and another person, where your goals are kind of like aligned. If in the past it has really been really problematic to find a middle ground, right now you're able to achieve a lot of balance, a lot of like common paths, common purpose, common goals with another person. What I am seeing here is this, and this is what signifies that to me. Two people who are very different in the past might have worked at cross purposes with one another. This month they are forced to collaborate. So overall, there's like some type of mediator coming in between, allowing you and another person to come together and to hash out your differences, but also to collaborate with one another and to bring something to fruition in a very, very meaningful way. Okay. There's a lot of communication coming through, from people all around you, and whatever, this is the Six of Swords here. This is sailing away from a troublesome past into a safer haven. This is also like letting situations go. It's like, let bygones be bygones and start over. That's what I'm feeling here, okay? So you're in a very good space right now to smooth things out in your relationship. So try your best to do that. What I'm also feeling is some type of a trip, some type of a voyage, somebody taking a trip, taking a voyage to come see you. So I feel there's something associated with that as well. I feel like some of you might be moving, but I don't sense that it's a permanent move. Be careful about accidentally leaving things behind here with the Seven of Swords. He's got 5 swords in his arms. The other 2, he's coming back for them, but he might forget. So just forgetfulness is something that you might be prone to for this month, okay? So we have the Seven of Swords in the advice position. Don't cut corners for this month, okay? Because you're in a collaborative environment. You are also regarded as a person of authority for this month, I'm feeling, for some of you. So you have to do things by the book. You have to set a good example, either as a role model for younger people or either as the person with the most expertise and experience in your current work environment. Don't cut corners, mind procedures, because I feel like people are going to ask you and they're going to second guess you. So you have to find a way to, make sure you are procedurally sound as you proceed ahead, okay? I pulled out 2 cards to see what's linked up with the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is a situation where I feel like it's linked up here with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. There is going to be somebody in a position of authority, or I feel like a position of authority, who's going to question you. A lot of you might be in a work environment where there might have been some audits at work, and if you have not been following procedures, I hope you watch this video and try to do everything by the book, because I do feel like an energy of an investigator, somebody asking a lot of questions, possibly even invasive questions, and you want to be very clear that you're procedurally correct so that they don't have anything to hold against you, okay? So that's the only danger I'm sensing.